JK Dobbins was echoing a lot of what Bradley just said, which is that he should have gotten the ball in that situation. Given the fact that Tyler Huntley is the backup, given the previous calls on first and second down at the goal line, I would be immensely frustrated if I was J.K. Dobbins, who, after having that like cleanup surgery essentially on his knee, he's been playing pretty well. He played well in this game as well and was a huge reason why the Ravens were in this game against the Bengals. But here's some of what J.K. Dobbins had to say at the end of the game, and it was like he did not hold back at all.
Not being the guy down to the goal.
I should be the guy. I'm tired of holding that back. I'm tired of that. 12, it's the playoffs. I'm tired of holding that back. Let's go win the game. I'm tired of holding back on that. I'm tired of that.
Did you say that to anybody?
Yeah, I did. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of it. Like, I'm tired of it. Like I'm a playmaker. I'm a guy that my teammates feed off me when I'm on the field. I should be out there all the time.
Not being the
I mean, hey, a lot of guys are going to say that. You hear that from receivers a lot. You know, give me the ball, give me the ball. If you're a playmaker, you feel like, you know, if you have the confidence too, the game should be in your hands. But in this case, I think J.K. Dobbins is right. I thought the play calling was really bad at the goal line, and this is again why Ravens fans do not have faith in Greg Roman, and I think that there's a lot of truth to that, frankly.
And the other thing with this too is that it's not just it would be one thing if the only alternatives, if the only two choices was a binary between Tyler Huntley sneaking that in and J.K. Dobbins running the ball. Beyond that, you also have an enormous, thick bruiser of a running back in Gus Edwards, who is very difficult to tackle. It just boggles the mind that the choice in that play would be, let's go with our less experienced, less tenured backup quarterback in a situation that he's rarely been in a professional capacity over our first-round pick running back or our other similarly reliable, very difficult to bring down running back in Gus Edwards also.
Well, because it's also the bread and butter of what Greg Roman says he's trying to make this offense, which is run-based. So centered around those guys. I mean, sneaking is technically, but you know what I mean, like a bruising running style.
And as much as Jim Harbaugh might come out and say, excuse me, John Harbaugh. Sorry,
it's okay.
No, not in the play, not notably not in the NFL.
Returning to Michigan, which I was surprised by.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway.
John Harbaugh notably said, "Oh, we told him to go over the top." I'm sorry, if that didn't manifest, I'm really not blaming the player there as much as I'm blaming the coaching. That's bad form.
Yeah.
If Tyler Huntley was not ready to make that play, he shouldn't have been asked to make that play. And when you had two other feasible options to do so, and with that, another thing that I could not believe is, like, how many times can you scheme up a short pass play for a fullback?
Yeah.
I love Patrick Ricard. He's one of my favorite players. He's an enormous boy. I love him.
Big boy.
He should not be going out in the flat to catch passes and expect to make some
You're
yaks.
so
He's
right.
305 pounds. He's essentially an offensive lineman. What are we doing here?
Yeah. I mean, we're Greg Romaning this shit up, right? I mean, I don't know. It's like, and what's so crazy is that they still were in it. Like,
that's the impressive part.
They were driving down at the end of the game to tie the game, and Kevin Zeitler had a holding penalty. Shout out to Kevin Zeitler, former Giant. But like, and then that was a Hail Mary that almost got completed at the end of the game. So they still were in it, which is shocking. But
with that level of disastrous clock management and that level of offensive impotence, it just goes to show you how well coached that Ravens team somehow still is to basically be a score or a score and a half away from tying the game.
Yeah.
From a James Prochet fingertip miss in the end zone to tying the game.
That's why I'll defend Harbaugh for I mean, look, he's been the coach for what, like 12, 13, 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that you stick with a guy like that. I think he always has the right game plan for the Baltimore Ravens, but I do believe they need to move on from Greg Roman.
And for me, that's not the same decision as getting rid of a guy like Byron Leftwich or Joe Lombardi, or in the sense that I don't see that as a half measure. I trust Jim Harbaugh.
Yes.
I don't trust Greg Roman.